Hey guys, I'm Amy and I've done quite a few exams in my time, as I'm sure you have as well, but it always helps to hear a little bit of a second opinion. So here are my revision tips for exams, but also if you just want to improve your academic experience. My first tip for you today is to set timers. I've always done this and I find that it really helps. I find that working 45 minutes to a 15-minute break works best for me, but have a play around, see what works best for you. I particularly like it because you can watch it count down, so you know I only have this length of time until I get a break, and it's motivating, but it also helps you plan in breaks so you don't get overwhelmed. My second tip is to use coloured pens, and it sounds like such a silly little thing, but when you've been writing notes for hours and hours and hours, changing your pen colour can really refresh your brain and reset yourself, and it brings a little bit of joy to look back and see all the different pretty colours, and it's certainly something that I've been doing. Number 3 would be to write your notes and then condense them and then condense them again and then one more time. The way that I usually do this is I write out all my notes and then I take the key ones and write them onto an A4 piece of paper, and then try and get it as small as I can, and then I write a script for a 60-second video explaining the topic so that I know that I can articulate it well, but also that I've condensed it into exactly what I need to know. Number 4 would be to make a playlist. I know a lot of you won't like studying with background noise, but if you are in a noisy environment, white noise can really help. Personally, I like to use movie soundtracks. I find that the Marvel soundtracks are really helpful because they're really motivating, but take a look around and see what works for you. The 5th and final tip would be to do everything twice. I definitely found that when I had exams for things that I'd already studied for, so when I'd studied for them in my mocks, I remembered them a lot better when I came to studying for them for my final exam. It is a lot more helpful to go over something a second time. You remember it a lot better, and even if it doesn't feel like you're doing anything, just reading over something once and then coming back to it later will make a big difference. That is all I have to tell you today, but I'm going to take you over to Jonathan, who's going to be talking to some people out around campus about how they revise.
So I interviewed several people asking for their advice of what to do and what not to do when revising for exams. Please keep in mind that these are just people's personal opinions and that everybody learns differently. But here's what they had to say.
A technique I find useful is to teach someone else what you've learned, because then you can confirm to yourself that you've remembered everything, and also it helps you retain that information.
My tip is to figure out what kind of learner you are by taking tests online, see if you're an auditory, visual or kinesthetic learner, and then using that to your advantage.
I found that eating healthily helps me revise, as it helps keep my brain active and helps in the long run.
I find that planning and preparation are key. Scheduling time aside to revise each day really helped me in my exams.
So what not to do when revising is to procrastinate. What I would try to do is concentrate for a allotted amount of time, then take a break, keep that fairly regular, keep the break short, and just when you are working, just try and really concentrate, it'll really help you out.
Whatever you do, don't leave things to the last minute. It causes too much stress and never helps.
To make sure that you're revising efficiently and that you're happy while doing it, make sure you don't overwork yourself and you take regular breaks while doing it.
A big tip I give you is try not to use your phone while revising. It's really distracting and basically means you end up spending more time having to revise. It's just not worth it.
Thank you for watching, and I hope this video comes in use and helps you with your revision.